Michelle, and I am one half of Force of Light Entertainment. Today, I'm going to give you my review, my thoughts on the upcoming movie Gran Turismo, starring David Harbour, Orlando Bloom, and the newcomer Archie. I don't know exactly how to pronounce his name, Madawi. But before we get started on this, if you like reviews, if you like reaction videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, give the video a thumbs up. But yes, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the new movie Gran Turismo. It originally was supposed to be released this coming weekend, and they pushed it back due to I think due to Oppenheimer continuing to get all the IMAX screens, and they wanted people to be able to see this on IMAX, so they pushed the release date back to the end of August. But I got to see an early access viewing of this last night. So I'm going to do the way I do my reviews here. For those of you who are new, I give you my initial thoughts, what I liked, what I didn't like, and I rate the movie. But first, I will tell you that this movie, Gran Turismo, is based on a true story. And that story is that Nissan gave a chance to video game players who played the game Gran Turismo. They took the very best scores of the kids and the young adults that were playing the video game and allowed them to become a race car driver. And that's what this movie is based on. So what were my initial thoughts? My initial thoughts of this movie was this is a very solid film. That's the way I'd put it. It's a very solid film. Okay, so what did I like about this movie? For me, what truly made this movie was David Harbour, his performance and the character he played. He really had almost all the humor of the movie. He also really brought in some of the more emotional moments of the movie that you could really connect with as the audience. I really do think this movie showed just what a great actor David Harbour actually is. And again, he really made the movie for me. But I think everyone for the most part did a pretty good job. I did enjoy, I will say this, if you like racing or if you like cars, I think you'll enjoy this movie. If you like sports movies that are competitive, I think you're going to like this movie because that's one of the fun things of this movie. You really get into rooting for the main character as he's going about these races. I mean, you're really invested on, is he going to win? What's going to happen? You are very hardcore cheering for him as in the audience, which again, also, if you like a good underdog story, I think you would enjoy this because this movie really is kind of a sports movie that has kind of a classic underdog type of story. That's what it is. And that's enjoyable. I mean, again, it's fun rooting for them. I thought some of the shots were really cool, especially during the race. Some of the views they give you, it definitely feels at times like you're in the car with him, which was very cool. I think I heard someone say they used drones to get some of the shots, but there's definitely a lot of neat shots in this movie. Another positive I'm going to give it is just something creative and different. I mean, I've been saying that I think all year. I think audiences are very hungry for something that's original and something that is not necessarily a comic book at this point. And this movie definitely fits the bill. This is the type of movie I feel you would have seen many more of, say, even just 10 years ago. But there's just kind of been a void, I think, due to streaming in particular, of content like this being on the big screen. But I do think it's worth seeing on the big screen. Again, the cinematography, just the way you feel, the sounds of the engines, the way they shot the races themselves. And I know the actual character or the real life person that this movie is based off of, he was the actual stunt double for the guy playing him, and he was actually driving the car, I think, for a lot of the shots that they get. So I thought that was pretty cool. As far as negatives, I don't have some huge negative on this movie. Yeah, there's nothing really that stands out to me that I'm just like, oh, that really was awful about this movie. So that's a positive in it. So what do I rate this movie? I'm going to give this on a level of 5 hoots. It's between like a 3.8 and like a 4 to me. Again, it was a very solid movie. I enjoyed it, and it definitely ends on a high note. And really, it's kind of like with racing itself, it's the same with movies. It's not even necessarily how you begin, but it's how you end that leaves that lasting impact on the audience. And the ending I very much enjoyed. It was an excellent end. And something else too, now just as I get going, I think of that this movie does very well is there's about I think about 3 or 4 things that they set up and then you get a payoff towards the end of the movie. And I know that as simple as that is good writing. And I definitely think, or I don't think this movie did that. And I always enjoyed, oh, there's a callback. They set that up at the beginning of the movie, and we're seeing how this ends at the end. And I really enjoyed that. So maybe I've talked myself into giving it 4 hoots. Again, very solid movie. David Harbour was excellent in this movie. If you like David Harbour and Stranger Things, I think you'll really enjoy him in this movie as well. If you don't watch Stranger Things, I think you'll discover why we like David Harbour in Stranger Things. Great actor, did a great job with this movie. I think everyone did a great job with the movie. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the upcoming movie Gran Turismo. It is one again. If you like sports movies, if you like cars, if you like underdog stories, I think it's worth seeing in theaters. I do. So that's my recommendation. But what are your thoughts? Have you heard of this movie? Are you thinking about seeing this movie? Share your thoughts below. And if you have not yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, give the video a thumbs up. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, remember to be a force of light. All right. Bye, guys.